Hey guys, has this ever happened to you? You go and you hit the windshield vent button and you hear nothing? The windshield actuator doesn't work? Well, hopefully I got an easy fix for you. As you can see, I actually have my actuator off, and if yours is in this bad shape, it's probably a good idea to replace it. But one thing you can do is test and see whether or not your leads have power. So, use your trusty multimeter, have somebody at the helm, and check for voltage across those two leads. But in my case, I'm going to show you how to replace it, because even though mine's still operational, it's in bad shape. And as you can see, we have bolts that were securing the back and the front of the actuator. And in my case, this bolt was rusted. So the easiest way to get that out, as you can see, you don't have access and room to put a Phillips head screwdriver on that, is to remove the actuator from the bolt in the back, and then you can prop up the windshield vent. In doing so, I'll show you. We'll take a look outside. Okay, now we're at the front. And all you need to do is lift up the glass, and because the actuator is no longer secure, it will come right back up. Then you can use anything to keep it propped up, and while it's propped up, you'll see you have a bolt here and a bolt on the other side that you can basically unscrew, and then this piece will slide right on it. So let's just take a quick look. So as you can see, with this out, you have much better access to adjust the Phillips head and take the bolt out. And once that's out, you can remove the actuator. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in place again. And with the piece resecured, we can go back inside. So, with the actuator off, we can go ahead and install a new one. And there's three options for this that I know of. One is from Sea-Ray. It costs about $300 from what I understand. Another one is Progressive Automations, and their actuator is roughly around $100. This one I got off of eBay, and I believe the price is around $35, but all this will be in the notes, so you guys can make a choice in which one you want. One thing I will caution you about this one is, when it arrives, the bolt hole for the front of the actuator is actually 90 degrees in the wrong direction. So you want to take it, put something in there like a screwdriver, and turn it. So it's roughly about 90 degrees, and you'll have to probably make adjustments. That looks about right. So then she can be lined up. The other thing I will say too is that this actuator does not stop at the right spot for my vessel. So you can actually, I believe, push this down too far and put too much pressure on it. So you want to be cautious if you use this actuator. And the other thing I'm going to do that's different is when I remove the bolt here, and like I said, they were rusted, I decided to change and not use a bolt and use a clevis pin. A clevis pin in place of the bolt will make it easier to if I have to remove it again. And then basically, to secure a clevis pin, you just use a cotter pin. So at this point, it's just a matter of very simple installation. One clevis pin there, one in the back, and because there's no power to the switch, because it's a momentary switch, it's safe to do this. And we're going to test the new actuator before we finish mounting and do a proper wiring. So, okay. And you'll also notice on this actuator, there's only 2 wires. So you want to connect the black to the black if you have one, and the red to the red. On the old one, there was actually a couple different wires. So you don't have to try to match that up. So back at the helm, we're just going to tap on that windshield vent, and guess what? It's working. So now it's just a matter of cleaning up that job and completing it, putting the cotter pin in and making good connections. I hope you liked the video. I hope it was helpful. Please leave comments. Take care.